Hello, Facebook friends, hello. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. I'm feeling real silly, so let's start the show. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ba-da-ba-doom. Somebody says you can use your hat. Who's that? Joan says use your hat to clean your glasses. I was going to, but it's kind of a different material. Look at this hat. It's a star, and it's got my name on it, so you know it's my hat. No. Cold day today. Hey, Miss Christie's here. Say hi, Miss Christie. Hello, Miss Christie. Miss Christie doesn't have a thumb on this. There it is right there. Now go like this. Go like that. Puppies! No, it's opposite day. It's opposite day.
It is not.
It is so.
No.
Well, if you say no, it's not opposite day and it's opposite day, then that means it's opposite day. It's
I love you,
opposite
Tazzy.
day. Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? You can't be mad at me. It's opposite day.
As testing a theory.
Well, then you weren't testing a theory because it's opposite day. When you say you're testing a theory, you're actually not testing a theory. There you go. Barb and Justin say hi, Miss Christie.
Hello.
She really means goodbye. Oh, excuse me. I had a little burp there. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, good. I think my beard protects me from a lot of burpy things. And guess what? Yesterday, the books didn't show up online because I am a bit of a goofy goof. And I went, oh, okay, erase. We're like, Miss Christie's like, did you just delete that? Maybe. Maybe I did. So, I'll read Tickle Monster and the other stuff another night so that we can get it in there. And then Saturday...
I get to tickle you again.
No, you don't. That's opposite day. See? She went, I'm going to tickle you again. But it's opposite day. So she goes, I'm not going to tickle you. Like that. Why are you crying? Stop crying. It's not time to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see that? What, that I'm crying? I don't know what you want to see. I need some more cut. Hey, talking about seeing. Whoa! I just about knocked everything over. Guess what came in today? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Always be kind masks.
You should wear that on opposite day.
You should wear it on opposite day.
You shouldn't wear that on
like
opposite
this then?
day.
There you go.
No, because it says always be kind, and if it's on opposite day, you don't want to...
The masks are always on proper time.
Oh. I'm getting the sense that the only opposite day is applying to me.
Just when puppies come involved. There we go. No, her tickling you. No, Barb. No. There's no. It's not a... excuse me. Excuse me. Like Georgia Satellite said. Keep your hands to yourself. Barb, you see what you've started right there. You see what you just started. Let's read some books, shall we? Let's read some books. I will need my glasses. Maybe I don't actually. We've got. Let's read Pigsty. This is a. Oh, should we read? Or the pizza book? I want pizza. My buddy, Big Dave and I, we ate a whole large pizza ourselves because we were hungry, and then we had to go to work, and both Dave and I were like, I'll go. It's a good pizza. Do you have a favorite pizza?
You don't have to eat it all at the same time.
Well, you have to eat it.
You can eat a couple pieces, go do a little bit of work, and then if you're feeling a little peckish a little bit later, you can have some more
Here's
pizza.
what happened, okay? We were going to order pizza, and then Bill was going to come over, but Bill was late coming over. And then Dave and I were going to order more pizza, and then we couldn't order pizza. So we ran out of insulation, so we had to go get some insulation. And then we ordered a pizza, and they said it would be 25 minutes. So we went and got the insulation, and then we were very hungry. We were really hungry before we even started. So we went and got the insulation, and then we got insulation, and then we got our drinks, and then we had to get a pizza, and the pizza was late getting in. So we sat down. We were really hungry, so we were like, and it was done. And then I went, and the box came out of my mouth. And so there wasn't time to think about not eating pizza. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't get it at all.
I don't. That is a true statement.
Pigsty. We'll read Pigsty. It's by Mark Teague, which rhymes with league. And that's Under the Sea. Here we go, Pigsty. Monday afternoon, Wendell Floats's mother told him to clean his room. "It's turning into a pigsty," she said. in one of the only verses I use. It's turning into a pigsty. We can use Mrs. Christie's voice. No puppies! Ah, la, 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 la. She's got a very sweet voice. It's something like this. No puppies. You don't get no puppies. No puppies ever. Ow. Wendell went upstairs. Much to his surprise, a large pig was sitting on his bed. His room is kind of messy.
Looks familiar.
The pig?
No.
It's been in other books.
The messy room.
Oh, it's been in other books. Pardon me, said Wendell, as he shoved some toys into his closet, but the pig didn't seem to mind the mess. Wendell found that he didn't mind the pig either, and decided to take a break. This is one of the books that we found at the MCC store. No. Yep. No, Mission Thrift Store. This is when Dave and Sam and I went looking for books. There was a lady there that looked. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. There'll be no little kids' books when you leave. And then she says to Dave, he's our best book customer ever. This was pretty funny. When Wendell's mom came to take a look at his room, the pig was hiding. But the mess was still there. She threw up her hands. Okay, Wendell, she said, if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you. She threw up her hands. I don't understand that. They threw up her hands. Oh, like this. No. I thought it was like, she threw up her hands. What? Oh, what would you catch them with, I guess, if you threw up your hands?
Maybe your feet? Mouth?
Wendell could hardly believe his luck. Now I can live wherever I want, he said. He didn't worry when he came home on Tuesday and found a second pig in his room. The mess had grown a bit worse, but he was able to jam most of it under his bed. Pigs are all right, he said, as long as it's only one or two. Pig's playing with his train set. Look at how his bedroom is getting so messy. So messy. In fact, they had a wonderful time. They played Monopoly until late each night and left the pieces lying on the floor. Well, that's not good.
It's a bad idea.
I know. I stepped on a hotel before.
Oh, ow.
I know. I felt like Godzilla. I was like, la, 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 la.
Worse than Lego.
Yes. Yeah, because hotels are pointy. Legos just leave. They just stick to your feet.
Yeah.
They had a paper airplane wars and pillow fights. And the bed became a trampoline. Pew, pow, pew, pew. Look, it's pigs in a blanket. La, 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 la. The groaning is starting already. It should have started before I even started reading. Then, two more pigs showed up, and the mess grew and grew. I wonder if they hog the blankets.
I bet they do.
I bet you they hog the blankets.
You were so proud of that one.
You know what? You know what the little boy saying, "Oh, pig, let me clean up." Piglet, piglet. That night, when Wendell went to bed, the pigs were lying everywhere. They rolled up in his blankets, and hogged his pillows too. I am ahead of the book. It's bunny time. It's a bunny time. Wendell told himself he didn't mind, and found himself until he found hoof prints on his comic books. Well, he didn't mind, but that was his farmer state of mind, and now he's like, he minds. Get it? Farmer. Farmer, farmer, farmer. He's far more mad. That's what a good one, too. He's far more mad. Farmer mad that there's... sometimes it takes 2 or 3 before I get it. And Friday, he got home from school. He saw that someone had been sitting on his basketball. Well.
That would make an interesting dent.
Yep, it'd be a dent with a little thing in the middle. Like that. From the pig sitting on it. And his baseball cards were chewed. Uh-oh. That's it. He's going to play football. He's going to throw some pigskin around. That does it, said Wendell. I've had enough, and ran downstairs to tell his mother. Mummy, there's pigs in my room. Sorry, she said, but your room is your responsibility, and handed him a broom. He said, oh, fine, I'll go upstairs. Oh, fine. It's a type of pig. It's a fancy name for pig, right? Porcine. Bovine. Bovine?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Cow's
bovine.
I'm not sure about pig.
I don't have to be smart. I just have to be punny. Wendell started to complain. The mess was too huge. But suddenly he remembered a saying he heard, many hooves make light work. He marched upstairs and organized a cleaning crew. Many hooves make light work. They swept and they scoured and they polished and they scrubbed. Really? The pigs did? I say on a pig's eye they did. Oh, later that afternoon, Wendell inspected his room and pronounced it clean. What? In fact, it was a little too clean from the pig's point of view. So while Wendell inspected, the pigs prepared to go home. One of them made a phone call and a farm truck came to pick them up. They hugged and grunted and oinked goodbye. From that day on, Wendell kept his room clean. Except for those nights when he made his friends came by to play Monopoly. They play Monopoly. Oh, it's very important to clean your room. Any pork in a storm.
Excuse me.
Anyway, we're not talking about.
Messy room?
I don't have it. Go look at my room. The office is messy because I haven't tackled it yet. This book, I forgot to say where it was. It's a scholastic book, and it was written in. Whoa, can you see where it's written? Oh, here it is. It was written in I Want a Puppy, 1994. So that's the one. Mark Teague. He wrote some other stuff, right? As I'm avoiding the question about how messy my room might or may not be. It's not too bad. Let's read another book, shall we? Let's read another book called Mr. Oh, should we read the pizza book or Mr. Reez's Sneezes?
Sneezes.
Sneezes. Okay, sneezes it is. Pizza tomorrow. There's more pizza puns I could be doing, but I won't because we'll say Mr. Reez's Sneezes. I'll read this at you. This is by Curtis Parkinson, and it's art by Sammy. Oh my goodness, Sumalainen.
I'm not even going to.
That's a long last name. So that fella, or lady, or person. I guess they're person. Somebody drew the pictures. Very cool. Mr. Reez's Sneezes, and this book is a scholastic book, I would think. Is it a scholastic? It is a scholastic book, and it was written in 1999. Oh, and somebody cut part of the piece off. And this book also we got at the Mission Thrift Store, it's thank you very much for Sam and Dave from Timeless Painting for getting me these books to read, because with everything closed down, it's going to be harder to find some books. Beep-up-bop-a-doop-boop. Mr. Reez was a quiet little man who lived in a quiet little apartment. He was content with his quiet life, reading his books and walking his quiet little dog and petting his quiet little cat, but sometimes he would put down his book and say, "Oh, nothing exciting ever happens to me." Until one day... He looks a little like Pinocchio.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Pinocchio a little bit. See that? Nothing exciting happens to me until one day he was sprinkling pepper on a salad, and a breeze from the window swirled the pepper up his nose. He gasped, his head back, and the dog and cat scrambled to get out of the way. He gasped again, inhaling more pepper. Some dust from the street and pollen from the trees, paint fumes, cat hairs and dog hairs, and one stray nut. The dishes rattled, the pictures shook, and the neighbors covered their ears. Covered their ears, even. There was one more and then that choo. It was a mammoth sneeze, a gargantuan sneeze, a Guinness World Book of Records sneeze. It was such a sneeze, it blew Mr. Reez backwards out of his chair, right out the window. Uh-oh. Explain that to the insurance company.
That would be difficult.
Mm-hmm. He sailed across the lawn, past the painter and the gardener. He's got a painter and a gardener. Oh, and he thumped on the mailman, too. Narrowly missed a bus, which slammed on its brakes and shot out of sight. I guess that means that Mr. Reez shot out of sight, not the bus. He shot out of sight. The dog barked and barked, and the cat tore up and down the drapes, while the neighbors leaned out their windows to see where the quiet little man from 3C had gone. He's in 3C now, but he was in P0 before. C3PO. It's a Star Wars joke there, Christy. A Star Wars joke. And a galaxy far, far away, they're laughing at that joke. He was now flying across the country at the speed of sound. Reports of a flying saucer. Reports of a flying saucer poured in from excited citizens. Reports of a flying saucer poured in from excited citizens. The Air Force sent a pursuit plane, but got tangled up in a sneeze, and the pilot had to eject and parachute to Earth. It's definitely an alien, he reported, with a weird weapon that stalled my engines. Keep it top secret, the generals ordered. We don't want people to panic. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Mr. Reez was enjoying the view of the mountains and deserts and great cities. Until he hit an air pocket and plunged towards the ground. But the sneeze soon caught up again, and he sailed along above the treetops. There you go. Lots of yellows in this book, eh? Bright colors and things.
I wonder if that's the artist's favorite color.
Maybe. It says when Sammy illustrated this book, he often had two feline consultants sitting on his shoulders, Mimi and Lindstrom. They were fascinated with Mr. Reez flying through the air from place to place, but never landing in their mouths. That's cat. Bright colors. He soared over the baseball stadium just as a batter socked a high fly. It landed in Mr. Reez's outstretched hands. The crowd roared as the ball disappeared in the distance. Zounds! Said the announcer, exclaimed. The longest home run in history! I wonder what the longest home run is.
I don't know.
Well, depends. I guess it depends how far away you are. You gotta run home. I just sort of saunter. I take a bus. Mr. Reez sped on, over a church where a wedding was taking place, just missing the steeple and setting the bells ringing by themselves. It's a miracle! The wedding guests cried, kind of like when we got married. It's a miracle! In the excitement that followed, the minister married the wrong couple, a homeless man who had been sleeping in the church, and the bride's mother, a wealthy widow. However, they decided to make the best of it, and everybody showered them with confetti as they left on their honeymoon. Still sounds like our wedding.
Well...
It's a little odd. By then, Mr. Reez was streaking. Oh, okay. A completely different meaning if you just stop there. Mr. Reez was streaking over a tropical forest. "Aye, matey, watch where you're going," the macaw screeched. "Oh, right, matey, watch where you're going." That's a better macaw voice, isn't it? Mr. Reez was so startled, he dropped the baseball. Oh, he's still on the baseball. "You're out." Which fell into the gaping mouth of an alligator just about to gobble up the eggs in a pelican's nest. "Ay caramba," the alligator cried. "The egg tastes terrible," and he left in a hurry, much to the relief of the pelicans. Well, yes, there you go. Everything happens for a reason. Meanwhile, Mr. Reez thought he would go on forever until suddenly a hot air balloon loomed in front of him. He bounced off the balloon and fell into the basket below. "Buenos dias," the two balloonists said, and offered to share their lunch with him. A hot tamale with a sprinkling of pepper. Mr. Reez began, and he shot out of the balloon backwards. "Adios," said the balloonists. But this sneeze was much better behaved than the first. It shoved him straight back home at the speed of sound, and then left. Mr. Reez tumbled through the window and somersaulted onto the sofa, while the dog barked and barked, and the cat didn't care. No, it says the cat tore up and down the drapes, and the neighbors, when they saw he was back, leaned out the window and yelled and shouted, "Gazoon tight!"
I wish my sneezes would allow me to travel.
The next day, Mr. Reez threw out all the pepper when he settled down to his quiet life once more, quite content to have nothing exciting ever happen to him again. Oh, at least for now. That's when he finds out he's allergic to his cat. Yeah, your sneezes, they're not giantly epic ones, but they are many in a row.
Yeah.
So when you're going like this, you're going achoo, achoo, achoo. That's when I ask you questions that I want. I say it very quietly. "Miss Christie, can we order pizza?" And you're like, achoo, achoo, achoo. And I'm like, "Oh, she said yes." When you're sneezing next, I'm going to ask for a puppy. Go get some pepper. We'll name the puppy Pepper.
Tara's puppy's already named Pepper.
Tara's puppy's named Pepper?
Yep.
Well, we can call him Pepper. There'll be a space. Just like when there used to be the Saskatchewan Rough Riders and the Ottawa Rough Riders. We can do that. You can't have too much pepper. I'm just saying. We can call him Green Pepper. Spicy Pepper. Ghost Pepper. Pepper. That'd be a good name for a dog, hey? Ghost Pepper, maybe? What do you think? She's giving me a look that says, "Let's move along now." Let's move along. Well, there you go. Couple of books. Hey, Wee Beast, how are you?
Pretty good.
You coming down to say hi?
Yep.
We read Mr. Reez's Sneezes, and we read Pigsty, which is about a boy who, you should check your room for pigs. It's a boy whose room gets really messy, and then he gets pigs in it.
I like pigs.
You like pigs? You know, if they hurt their knee, they put ointment on it.
That's my cue to leave.
No, you can't leave. You got to say hi. Pop your hand in here and say hi.
Oh, wait, you said hand.
Oh, that's okay. That's a hand, head. How's your tooth feel? Yeah?
Okay.
Did you get anything jammed in it yet today?
No, not yet.
No. Kyler got a tooth pulled. I don't think it made that noise.
Just a loud snap.
A loud snap. Yeah. There you go. Oh, Justin saying hi, Weebies.
Hello.
Well, that's it. So your tooth is feeling better, and good. That's really good. I'm glad. And then we got the masks are in, so I'll be phoning people and letting people know that they can come pick them up. It'll take me a day or two to get them all organized because I have to find my list. Found it. I know it is. Stop looking, you guys. I found the list. So thank you for being here. Thank you very much, Joanne. This hat was custom made for me because it's got the word jazz on, or Tazz on it, jazz. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I was going to ask you something. I can't remember what it was. How's school going with one day on? Well, you today you're off because your mouth hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one day on, one day off? Yeah. Do you find that kind of weird to go to school every second day?
Not weird, but I don't like it because all my friends are in the other group.
Oh, your friends are in the other day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? How about we cuddle and watch a show? How's that sound?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. And then Miss Christie said that we can have a puppy.
Nope.
It's opposite day. Miss Christie said we
So
can't have a puppy.
Yeah.
Oh man, foiled by my own silliness. Wah wah wah. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go because I'm being greedy with your time because I like reading to you. So lots of love from Miss Christie and myself and Wee Beast. Please, and everything that you say and do, try to be as kind as you can. It's very important. It's easy to be kind to the people that are being nice to you, but sometimes people are going to be rude to you, and that's a challenge. So try to be kind to them too, for two reasons. One, it'll make them feel better, and second, it might confuse them if they're being mean to you, and you're like, well, thank you very much. Have yourself a really nice day. They're like, what's this person up to? Well, confuse them. That's what we'll do. Confuse them with kindness.
That's a good plan.
It really is.
I've done that before.
Yeah? Yeah. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. May your dreams be cheery and your dreams be bright. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. May your dreams be so silly till the morning light. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Once again, lots of love from all of us. You can put your hands in again if you guys want. There you go. Don't. Hello? Hello? Yes, I'll take 2 puppies. She hung up on me.